What's up, slackers? Welcome to Book Cheats. I just want to thank you guys so much for the support with all the subscriptions and all the likes and the comments. And my next book, by request of Loving and Bros Reigns, will be Animal Farm. Whenever you start a new book, it always has to set the scene and introduce new characters. So today we're going to be learning a lot of characters from the book. Anyway, let's get into the book. At the beginning of this chapter, we're introduced to a man whose name is Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is really drunk and he grabs a drink and heads off to bed, where his wife, Mrs. Jones, lay sleeping. After Mr. Jones goes to bed, the animals in the barn start to stir. So apparently in this book, animals are really human-like, just to preface. Word has gone around the ranch that the most respected animal on the ranch has had a dream. This animal is a white male pig with tusks, and his name is Old Major. He's also known as Willingdon Beauty. Old Major has had a dream and he wants to share it with everyone. All the animals were willing to lose a few hours of sleep to see what Old Major had to say. Old Major goes to his stand and waits for the animals to arrive. The first animals to arrive are 3 dogs. Their names are Bluebell, Pincher, and Jessie. Next into the room came the pigs, followed by the sheep and the cows. Then came the hens, and then the pigeons. Next came 2 horses. One was named Clover and the other was named Boxer. The horse Clover is described as being motherly. She had 4 babies. She's a little overweight and she's middle-aged. The horse Boxer is described as being huge with the strength of 2 horses. But he's also incredibly dumb and he has a white strip down his nose. Next into the room is a goat named Muriel, followed by a donkey named Benjamin. Now Benjamin the donkey is described as being the oldest animal on the ranch, and he's quite cynical. He never laughs at anything, and whenever he does say anything, it's usually a negative comment. It's said that he was devoted to Boxer, the big horse, and that they would eat together every Sunday but say nothing. Next came into the room were some motherless ducklings. The ducklings went over to Clover, the motherly horse, and they cuddled up to her while she protected them. Next into the room was a beautiful white horse named Molly. She's described as ditzy and really flirty. She was Mr. Jones's favorite animal on the ranch. And lastly into the room was the cat. The only one missing was a tame raven named Moses. He was asleep perched on the door. When Old Major saw that everyone was there, he began his speech. "Behold, my brothers and sisters!" He started out his speech by saying that he was going to die soon because he was getting old and that he was 12 years old, and he wanted to pass on what he had learned. He said the life of an animal is a miserable life. He tells the animals they work their whole lives until they run out of strength and then they get slaughtered. He says the animals hardly get enough food just to barely survive. He says the problem isn't that there isn't enough food or that the land isn't good to grow anything on. He says the problem is man. He says man is the only real enemy that they have. He says that if they remove man, they will have a good life. He says that man cannot produce anything and that they just take from the animals, and that man just gives back the bare minimum to keep them alive. He says that his message is rebellion. He tells the animals he doesn't know how long it will take. It could be 1 week or it could be 100 years, but someday they would enjoy a free life, free of the slavery of man. He says that he will soon die and he wants the animals to pass his message on to other animals in the future. He says all men are enemies and all animals are comrades. The animals begin to cheer and the dogs notice that a few rats had snuck into the room. The dogs chase after the rats and the rats scurry off. The Old Major stops them and he says that they should take a vote to see if wild animals should be comrades. They take a vote and everybody but the dogs and the cat vote to keep the wild animals as comrades. He tells the animals that after they win their freedom, they must not adopt the habits of man, that they will never live in a house, they will never drink, they will never smoke, and they will never use money. He declares that all animals are equal. In closing his speech, he says that he wants to share what happened in his dream. He says in his dream that he saw the earth without man, and that he was taught the words of an ancient song. He says the song is called Beasts of England, and he says he wants them all to learn it and keep it in their minds to keep them on the side of their goal. I may or may not sing this song at the end of the video, but I will for sure post the lyrics at the bottom of in the description. After he sang the song to them, they repeated after him. Slowly, as they sang, more and more animals began to join in, and eventually everybody knew the song. They were so loud they woke Mr. Jones. What the hell is all that ruckus? Mr. Jones thought it was a fox or something messing with the animals, so he fired a shot at the barn, and all the animals scurried off to bed and quickly fell asleep. And that concludes the chapter. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions from your homework, please leave a comment down below and I'll get to it as soon as I can. As always, have an awesome day and slack on. If any of you are wondering about Of Mice and Men Total Summary, I actually recorded it and then it unaccidentally got deleted. And I actually was really happy because I did it in a similar style like this. But I actually have wanted to animate it and just make it really inappropriate and completely ridiculous. And I've been typing up the script for my outrageous summary, I guess, for Of Mice and Men. And it should be out in the next couple weeks, so look out for it. It should be pretty funny.